Good morning, friends.
Good morning. Good morning.
You know, here we are in the middle of the very first week, actually, the very first week of a whole brand new year. And isn't that exciting? It always brings new hope and new promise, and sometimes resolutions, sometimes not. We had an opportunity yesterday to attend a wedding for a young man who we've known since he was about 8, and now he's about 43. His very first wedding. And it has been such a joy seeing this young man, after all these years, finding just the right lady that he wants to have for his companion for the rest of their lives together. So we were excited about this wedding. We knew it was going to be a very happy event. And we were so excited because, and we told them, well, they're bound to live happily ever after, because 7 years ago, yesterday, we had a joyous event here in our own church when Rose and Jim McConnell had their marriage ceremony here. And during the reception at this wedding yesterday, the music was just wonderful. And the musician played When You Wish Upon a Star, which is what Iris played when my mother walked down the aisle. That'll bring tears every time. It's wonderful, filled with hope. Well, this was a particularly interesting wedding ceremony that we attended because it was very Jewish and it was very Christian. And it was just wonderful to see these religious beliefs merge and blend. There was a great deal of discussion about Israel, and any blessings that were given in Hebrew were then repeated in English. It was particularly great when it got to the point in the Bible when they talk about the wife shall be submissive to her husband. And you could just see all the women in the congregation, myself included, going, And Kenny, the ordained minister who did this service, who incidentally married Ron and me 34 years ago, quickly explained that, oh, no, ladies, don't get riled up. And he explained the partnership that is intended in all commitment ceremonies, in all weddings. And he explained even in business. When there is a partnership, of course, everyone needs to share. Everyone needs to give a little bit. Everyone needs to compromise a little bit. Perhaps a little more so in weddings. It was a great ceremony. It truly was. And I was thinking about all the ceremonies, all the commitments we all make in our lives. It doesn't have to be a wedding. When we start a new job, sometimes we are required to sign a contract making certain promises and agreements. When we join the church, we sign a paper saying, yes, this is who I am, and yes, I believe in the teachings of this church, and yes, I want to be a part of it. And when you have the right hand of fellowship, where we actually do publicly welcome you in, you do agree verbally so everyone knows, yes, you believe. You want to be a part of this understanding. When people go away to college, there's all kinds of papers you have to sign. And you better fulfill those promises you made, or you won't be allowed to continue as a student. Nearly everything in life of value requires a commitment. And sometimes when we're very, very young, we don't much see the point. We don't want to commit to anything. We don't want all that responsibility. We want to have fun. We want to play. We're young. We want to be free. And then we reach a point in our lives where we think, well, you know, I am ready. I am ready to get serious here, whether it's about my education, whether it's about a job, whether it's about a commitment to another individual. I'm serious now. I want to be a grown-up, and I want to do what is expected of me. And then sometimes, a while after that, we get a little disenchanted or a little discouraged, and we think, I don't want to have any part of having to do anything. I just want to be free. I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know if you've gone through all those stages yet. But you know, the one thing that never ever varies, no matter where we are, nothing ever varies when it comes to God's love for us. For that presence that we have, not out there somewhere, not up on a cloud somewhere, but right here with Him. And sometimes when we get very frustrated or discouraged, and we think, well, what is wrong? Maybe it's because we've bundled ourselves so tightly, we've not allowed ourselves to be aware of that loving presence that is always within. We know as we are more compassionate, more empathetic, where we really do reach out to others, and we do work on becoming more sensitive to the world of spirit and to those around us. We know that we still have to tippy-toe on that fine line between loving and giving and being out there and protecting ourselves just a little bit, because unfortunately there is negativity in this world as well. So it's a challenge as we have new people come into our churches and come into our classes to remind them that they are consciously choosing to open themselves to that wonderful higher vibration. But they need to be selective. They need to be sure it is that higher vibration they are opening themselves to. And we talk about all kinds of insulation, surrounding ourselves with that beautiful white light, so putting ourselves in a bubble, sometimes a bridal veil, sometimes a coat of armor. And sometimes people build a brick wall around themselves because they are so determined to keep out any negativity, any hostility. So they build that brick wall, and oh my gosh, they put good mortar in there, and they're very careful that there's no cracks. But you know what? When you build something that tight around yourself, then you're not allowing joy either. So we do see people walking around for whatever reasons, and they have bundled themselves up so severely, so tightly, so securely, that they're not allowing anything wonderful to come into them either. It's all about balance. We talk about balance a lot in this religion because we get excited and enthused about something and we want to give it our all, and then if it doesn't work, we may have a tendency to just say, oh, well, who needs it? and completely walk away. Well, you can't do that. Whether it's a job, whether it's a marriage or a commitment to another individual, whether it's your religion. It can't be all or nothing, friends. We are here on this earth plane to learn and to grow, to love and to be loved. And my name is Jeannie. I would love to wave a magic wand and just make all your wishes and dreams come true. Gosh, I wish I could. I wish I could. But the fact remains, we have to do that for ourselves, as challenging as that can be. And we certainly do want to reach out to others and help them. You know, when a toddler is tippy-toeing and wobbling and trying to get their balance and they fall down, it's not the end of the world. Usually there will be another grown-up around that will say, "Oh, honey, it's okay. Come on, you can do it." But you know what? Even if there isn't a grown-up around to tell them that, that little toddler is going to look around and decide they're going to do it for themselves anyway. Do we ever outgrow that? Should we ever outgrow that? Yes, ideally there will be people around you when you stumble who will gladly reach out and say, "Here, come on, you can do it. I'm right here. I'll help you. I will encourage you." But even if you don't feel there is anyone around you, and if you're a member of this church family, you know better. You definitely know better. But if you feel there is no one around to help you, know that there is God. Know that you do have spirit guides. Some religion call them guardian angels. We talk to our spirit guides. These are people in the world of spirit who are extremely elevated. They were human. They were here on this earth plane. They know the challenges we have. Not only on a daily basis, sometimes an hourly basis. They're not so elevated that they don't love us and wish to help. Make our life easier. Help us learn, help us grow. Because as we do that, truly we can handle anything that comes our way. That's life on the earth plane as we know it. Ups and downs, just like a teeter-totter. But you know what? If you were on a teeter-totter or a seesaw, whatever you called it as a child, if you were on it and there was someone else on the other end, and you were perfectly balanced, and you just both put your legs down, nobody pushed, well, you'd have perfect balance, but gosh, wouldn't that be boring? You wouldn't be going anywhere. You wouldn't be accomplishing anything. So hopefully one will give that little push, and then the other one will give that little push in perfect balance and harmony and laughter and fun. And that's what life is supposed to be. Balance, laughter, learning, and fun. When you come into a church, whether it's this church or any church, whether you recognize it or not, you have a contract. We say with Spirit, with infinite intelligence, with God. And you don't just come in and then quit. okay, I'm here, my job's done. No. Your work is just beginning. Because first you need to learn. You want to learn about God. You want to learn about how God works through you and with you in your daily life, in your challenges, in your ups and downs. So you want to learn more. You want to learn more about how does God work with me? What is my job? How am I supposed to work with God? And then it takes effort. Again, you're not just done. You don't go, oh, I get it, I'm done. No. No, if it were only that easy. It takes continuing effort. We need to keep trying. If you think you're done, oh my, do you have a lot to learn. I'm just hoping I will live long enough to get in those lessons that are so important here on this earth plane. We have to keep trying. We have to keep working at it. I know that old four-letter word, work. We have to put forth effort. Then we still may not always get everything we want right away. Do we walk away? No. We persevere. We stick it out. We're here for the duration. We might as well get through the rough times, celebrate the joy of the good times and the good things that come to us, and keep on keeping on. That's what it's all about. And to tie all of this together, you have to care. You have to truly, truly care in your heart for yourself. You have to love yourself. If you're ever going to learn to live someone else, you have to love yourself. Now, you may look in a mirror, as I frequently do, and think, ooh, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Liking and loving are two different things. The things I don't like about myself are the things that I can change and should change, so I'll like myself better. But I can look in the mirror and recognize I am a child of God. And each one of you is. So you talk about one big family. You're looking at just a little piece of that one big family. We have to care a lot. We have to get out of our rut. We have to get out of our habits. We have to get out of our particular mindset. And we have to start caring a lot about ourselves, about one another, about people in other countries that we have never met, probably will never meet. We have to care about our planet. We have to care about nurturing all living things. This is a new year. We can make it a wonderful year. We can do that for ourselves. We can do that by sharing with others. We can do that by putting complacency aside and opening ourselves to the knowledge, the love, the strength, and the security of infinite intelligence, spirit, always with us, always loving us. God bless you.